Welcome back to the Think Strong podcast. Here we go. How are you, Macca?
Good. I'm ready to go.
This is, for complete clarity, this is the second one on the bounce that we're recording.
Oh, yeah.
That's how we do it because we're very busy people. We've got a mental schedule. But we're going to get into a fun episode this week. What is functional to start with? Definition, go.
Oh, it's horrible first question to open with. Anything?
No machines allowed. Must be training barefoot.
Yeah. I can only use a Kaiser machine.
Yeah. Kegel exercises.
Must wear a bandana.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Skipping rope in a bag. And
What's the rope with the like just the knots on it? I can't remember
I
the
don't
name
know what
of
it's
it.
called.
Just the sway, the flow you have to create.
And a mace. Is that what they call the?
Yeah. Absolutely no bodybuilding principles allowed.
And hip thrust pad on the barbell.
Oh yeah.
Actually, barbell's not functional.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Get that in the bin. Can't do anything with that.
No, we jest. But basically, we're poking fun at the fact that functional takes on its own persona now, when in reality, what functional actually means is anything that works, basically, anything that delivers a result. And to say something like hypertrophy training or any training, in fact, is not functional is...
I would like to just focus on functional training.
Well, yeah, so would everyone, because that means it's training that works. Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff floating around, which is quite funny, and obviously we're just going to piggyback off that and the kind of the hype that's surrounding it. But one thing it's definitely not is animal flow.
Yeah, that's very true. We did. It's funny what people pick up, right? Like we did some bear crawl position, like lateral, crawl to the end, like just 10 meters and back. And then the following day on the weightlifting course, like one of the ladies turned up early. She was like, "Oh, yeah, we did loads of like animal flow stuff yesterday," and I was just like, "Did we?" It's like just doing some lower and upper limb prep.
Yeah.
So funny. It's like,
out of all of the things, you came to a weightlifting course. We weightlifted all day, but you picked up on the bear crawl. We did 2 minutes in the work.
Honestly, it's like I was so like bemused by it. I was just like,
yeah, definitely a bit of shiny object syndrome, and I think that's what this kind of functional debate boils down to. It's just like people, they see the most basic things, and they see maybe people that have gone to extremes in terms of bodybuilding, in terms of strength training, whether they're powerlifters or bodybuilders maybe, and they're like, oh, well, I don't want to be like those guys. And it almost comes back to that same debate of like the female saying, I don't want to become too bulky by lifting weights.
by sniffing a barbell.
Yeah, by being in the same room as a dumbbell, yeah. But it's like, there's levels to things, and you've got to take it to such an extreme with a certain intent behind absolutely everything you're doing. Doesn't mean that you're not going to benefit from an element of that type of adaptation of what that training is stimulating. And it's quite I'd say in the world of athletic development, shall we say, or strength and conditioning, potentially dangerous, because it almost gives reason for people to move away from the things which we know are the biggest drivers of adaptation and the biggest, for lack of a better expression, the lowest hanging fruit. It also, on top of that, when we look at strength and conditioning and training for sport, very often we're looking at minimum effective dose and not stimulating unnecessary fatigue. And things that are useful do sometimes stimulate fatigue, but just because of that reason doesn't mean that they need to be written off. Yeah. So it's an interesting dilemma that it kind of puts potential athletes in, or anyone in, when they hear these things that, oh, maybe that's not as functional as it could be because you're moving in one plane of movement, or you're using external support, or you're training in a way that reflects the way someone trains that you maybe don't want to look like. That doesn't mean that it's taken away from the benefits that you would be getting from it.
Yeah, so good. We had in one of the classes this week, dumbbell shrug. It's classics like, oh, I don't want big traps, or like, oh, I just want to stick to functional movements. I was like, you can't put your arms above your head. Like, and if you do a shrug, it's going to get your scaps moving and your traps working all in conjunction to improve your overhead position. How about that, you bastard? Do you know what I mean? No, it's like that. Like they don't even understand function. So it's like, they're like, oh, I want to do functional training. It's like when you're the process of like how your body works will get better if you don't keep taking things out of your program.
Yeah,
it's only going to make you more stiff. You're just like alleviating different things or excluding them. It's like, no, don't do that. Deadlifts are bad for my back. It's like, no, your ability to not do a deadlift correctly is bad for your back.
Yeah.
They're just like, it's the thing, right? They just label stuff, and then I've had no end of people apply for like PT. Yeah, I'm really getting into my functional training now. Okay, can you tell me what that consists of? Yeah, well, I do all single arm and single legs, so you just do normal training.
Yeah.
And you've just taken out bilateral work.
Yeah.
It's like, they just fucking don't understand what they're talking about.
I think one of the biggest dangers that it can boil down to is a lack of appropriate stimulus or intensity in certain movements. Like, we know the biggest driver of muscle gain is mechanical tension. We know that these big demanding lifts have big results, yet these people are fear mongering in such a way that it reduces the exposure to that type of intensity, to that potential development that they could have. Even if you look at something like a power clean, it's far too technical for athletes to learn, therefore I'm never going to go near it. I can get exactly the same thing with a trap bar deadlift. Like, well, yeah, maybe you can, but like the way you're moving that barbell is completely different. And like, to build an ability and a coordination to actually do something slightly more difficult, you might unlock even more athletic ability. And that type of thing repeats itself, and like I said, it boils down to people end up going in the gym and not really achieving a great deal.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to sound a bit, I don't know what the word would be, but if you, like these functional people, they're strict, take it if it's a bloke, their strict press is like 40 kilos, pathetic, as a bloke. Their deadlifts are 100 kilos and their back starts rounding anywhere above that, which is also pathetic. And then they can't squat to depth because they don't go to that range with any load because they're functional. They don't really move sideways, and all they do is handstands, which is like the most gimpiest thing ever. Oh my God, it's like the thing that does my nut in the most at the minute. So any space you see in the gym, there's some twat doing a handstand. I don't know if it's just like a Bali thing. It's like, just do some proper exercise.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not that cool being upside down. Fucking does my head in.
No, I can understand it for sure. That's what I do think is good about something like CrossFit, is that it standardizes something that we know has function, has carryover into other areas of life. And to be able to squat clean, you need to be able to squat. It's like it limits the interpretation a little bit for the people that are likely to be maybe swayed by the shiny object or the thing that's not really backed by any research, and because it has no tangible outcome. I think that's what a lot of the time why these things are pushed, because you can get away with doing it and say, oh, look, they didn't get injured, they didn't do this, but what did they do? It's like
nothing.
Yeah, exactly. They've not achieved anything. But it depends what mindset you want to take with your kind of physical preparation or your training. Do you want to be the person that doesn't do anything?
Yeah, and like to a certain degree, it doesn't, like, I don't really care if people do that, but what I do care about is them saying, this is God's gift to everyone, you should do functional training, whereas you're basically just like doing nothing.
Yeah, it's like you
carry heavier shopping bags.
Yeah, you've you haven't got the right to be able to take away from like well studied training, you know, things that have tangible outcomes, things that have measurable results, your thing that has none of that has no right to take away or fearmonger in any way, right?
And the people that do train properly do some of that stuff.
Yeah.
It's just like part of their training as an accessory. But they don't go around saying like, oh, this banded whatever it is like better for you than ab crunches. It's like, how do you grow the muscle? You've got to stimulate it some way.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? How can you say this rotational banded exercise is better than an ab crunch? It's completely different. One's not more functional than the other.
Yeah.
It's just because some twat on the internet said it is.
It's the ability to justify it correctly, right? To understand what adaptation it's driving more so than something else. And if someone says to you it's more functional, that's when you can just write it off entirely, because there is no definition to that.
Yeah.
You know, when we look at actual outcomes, obviously it's like saying, oh, why is this better than this? Oh, because it works.
It's probably like the one question I would ask the most when someone says that word to me. They're like, oh yeah, but that's more functional. Define functional. And straight away like, it's like nothing coming out. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, oh no, I've been caught.
It's a B rabbit 8 mile moment.
Can I remember what that guy said on the internet? That chat GPT caption I read. It's like, oh.
It said something about don't do this, do this. Fire emoji.
Follow these 3 steps to
like, share, subscribe for more. Follow me for more fitness and wellbeing tips.
Part 2 tomorrow. Flame emoji tick.
Yeah.
Train.
Rocket emoji. But kind of what this comes from, and leads nicely onto our next topic, it's almost as if I've got some notes in front of me, is reaction-based fitness content. We see a decent amount of it, and to be honest, like, this is almost our reaction-based fitness content. We don't really dive into it. What do you think about it? I think sometimes it kind of gives a
I'm seeing like 4 screens worth of it now. Yeah. Like the actual video, then someone's head on the video, then someone's head, then another someone's. It's going to turn into like some sort of augmented
reality thing where you've got like virtual reality glasses on, and you're plucking from different screens, looking at people. People critique their training methodology, and more often than not, it's just to drop their call to action at the end of it as well.
I quite like watching some of it.
Yeah,
don't really get involved in it.
It's good to have a bit of discourse, isn't it? Like a bit of a discussion, because otherwise people would either 1, always agree with each other, or 2, always disagree with each other, but never like test their arguments. And I think that's when you see.
I was having a chat actually with someone on Instagram the other day about one of those things, and he like had posted it on his story, and I just replied like, number 1 rule of social media: if you're stupid, don't talk and film it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And he was like, yeah, very true. Because the lady was like debunking what the guy had said. And she was right. But it was just so funny. Just like, if you don't know what you're talking about, don't. I think it was the video of the guy talking about butt wink.
Right.
Don't know if you've seen it.
I'm not sure, maybe.
And he was basically saying that it was like due to poor bracing or something. It's
right.
Like, just...
like
the biomechanics to begin with. It's like maybe start there, and it was just funny. The girl was like going in on the guy. So,
you've got to know
that's like labeling something as well, right? Do you know what I mean? It's
yeah.
Like, oh, you butt wink because you can't brace. It's like probably not.
You've got to know what you're stepping into that world of.
I mean, some people are doing it just for reaction.
Yeah,
which fair. It's like if you want to get clout that way, then it's fine, but. The reaction stuff is quite funny. Yeah.
It's it's all part of the web that follows content in general. You're always going to have people poking the fire to capitalize on it. But one thing to take away from doing content for both of us is just to like you said, know what you're talking about before you talk about it. Make sure that you could legitimately explain a topic before you deliver it.
People just don't stay in their own wheelhouse.
Yeah,
they just kind of get carried away with like, oh, I need to make content about something today.
Yeah,
it's like just speak to the people that you serve. Don't start talking about fucking politics or something.
Yeah, and the benefit to knowing what you're talking about as well is when you get people trying to like pick holes in you for the sake of, because there are people like that. I've had that before. To use an example, I was talking about like how if you're coming onto your toes forwards too soon during an Olympic lift, if it's a snatch or a clean, you're losing a connection to the floor, and then your drive into the floor is going to be somewhat diminished. And I had someone trying to like pick apart. I was like, oh well, where's the studies? It's like, I'm a coach. I coach people every day. I can see when people have less power as a result of this, and I can see when people don't do this and have more power. It's like, it's called anecdotal experience. And he's like, oh right, I see. Okay. that's
And
the
then there'll
other
be
side of
someone
it.
like, oh yeah, but so and so is a world record weightlifter goes onto their toes.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's their style.
Yeah,
It's like, you're gonna fucking teach all of your clients to do that.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, just pull from the floor but on your forefoot. Do you know what I mean? It's like people just like, they're so
Blunt.
brainwashed by social media.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Blunt to nuance, but also enhanced by the fact that they're behind a keyboard as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moving swiftly on, and it's a topic which I think is going to be an interesting one. Obviously, we touch on various different sports and training for sports. We've touched on a bit about peptides and performance enhancers as well in the past. Putting those two things together, we've got the enhanced games coming up.
Oh yeah.
Initial thoughts, obviously, we know what the enhanced games is. It is
The Olympics.
essentially
Oh no. The actual
the
enhanced
legal
games.
Olympics.
Okay.
Yeah. So sprinting, swimming, weightlifting. I don't know if there's more events to be announced. Is there? That would be cool if we could get the full roster of events like that you would see at the Olympics, but I think
Yeah.
it might be a tall order.
Football. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah. That would be good.
What would be the number one ped that you would take for that?
You can get steroids which are just like aerobic enhancers, can't you?
Yeah.
So maybe it would just be that.
So funny.
Just games are 300 minutes long.
I don't know what other events would be good.
Well, I mean,
Table tennis.
seeing people just snap bats in half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for it actually. Been watching Dozer, Dylan.
Yeah.
He's putting up some fucking ridiculous numbers.
Yeah. Although I did see something from him yesterday saying that he was going to pause social media entirely to focus on that.
Yeah. I think he said that he's basically a creator before, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I think I read the post as well. Said that he wants to just like focus on the training.
Yeah.
But I saw him do like an AM PM session that he put up and it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's like 230, 240 front squat in the PM. It's like nowhere to, like way above numbers he was doing before.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I think he block snatch 160 in the morning, I think it was.
Yeah.
And then did that in the evening. It was like, I was like, he's looking chunky as well.
Yeah.
The swimmer, he's looking massive. I can't remember what his name is.
I've seen the pictures. I
Picture?
think. Yeah.
I was like, I didn't know if one of them was AI maybe, but they put like a side to side. Who else is in? A few sprinters have signed up.
Right.
There's an American guy that I think was about to get popped anyway in normal athletics.
Right. It's quickly jump ship. So, oh
He's-
no, I'm actually.
He's actually like I think he owns or works on like a farm, a ranch,
Yeah.
they call it in America. But yeah, he's going to be doing it. And then someone else, another Brit in another domain. Who was that? Has switched over to the enhanced games. Can't remember who it was now off the top of my head.
Okay. Well, either way, it's going to be very, very interesting. Obviously, some questions kind of do arise with these things. It's seemingly a level playing field, but then comes the question of fairness from funding and facilities and doping programs that you have exposure to, that maybe even the level and the quality of the drugs that you're exposed to being able to safely implement them are the people that just have the best access to the best equipment, shall we say?
Yeah.
Are they the people that are just going to do the best and that's going to be it?
I mean, even if they gave the same drugs to the same athletes. Still comes down to genetic profile, adapting to it.
That's right.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like, at the end of the day, it's still going to be like the best genetics wins.
And also start point as well.
Yeah.
What stage they're at in their career, you know. It might be a case of someone really having, like Dozer, like a second win, so to speak, with their career or their athletic career.
Yeah.
But other people, it might be too little too late. Because like with these athletes, generally they are people that have done stuff before, right?
Yeah.
And they're having another stab at things. Obviously, it kind of takes away from the whole point of it is that it takes away from the original idea of the Olympics that everything's fair, everything's natural. But at the same time, you still have so many performance enhancers which are not performance enhancers in the Olympics, even if your athletes are clean, whether it comes down to facilities, nutrition, access to physios, access to whatever it may be, training equipment, training facilities. All of those things are performance enhancers, especially with exposure to them over long periods of time. So where do you draw the line between normal and between enhanced? Obviously, we know that these external compounds do have a massive effect on things. How much of it is slipping under the radar in the main one as well?
Yeah, I think in the main one there's loads of stuff going on. It's like you only got to look at the history of people that have been popped. And even like the Semenya, was it? The female South African athlete. It's like, yeah, it's fair, and like the Olympics is supposed to be fair, and this, like her body like naturally produces more testosterone, and they were trying to get her to like go on like testosterone, I don't know what you would call it,
like a
suppressant,
yeah,
for it to be an even playing field. But I'm like, that's her natural body. It's like,
yeah. It's almost like
just let her. Do you know what I mean? It's not. They don't test the guys' test levels and be like. Imagine if Bolt's levels were like higher than everyone else's. They never suppress that.
Yeah.
And he just like won all the time. So it's like, why would they not just let her win?
Yeah, there's almost a level of interference with knowing too much as well, isn't there?
Yeah.
Even when you are trying to keep a level playing field, it's like how many levers do you push and pull before it just becomes like interfering way beyond like the human level?
Yeah.
I
always wondered that with like the Paralympics as well. Like, do they all have the same brand wheelchair?
Yeah.
Or like there's because there's like a standardization of like what's allowed in shoes, right? As well, like spikes and stuff.
Yeah.
Like with the plates, they all have to be like a certain plate because they banned like some plates from the running trainers in the longer distances.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There's always like an upper advantage. Do you know what I mean? Like he's got a fucking
carbon fiber. Yeah, fucking wheel hub in his chair.
Yeah,
just
do you know what I mean? It's like there's always got to be, there's always some kind of difference there. Has to be with branding and stuff.
Yeah. I think there's so many question marks over everything. That's probably why we're not on the committee. But
there's just like a really funny thing just came into my head. It's like some stand-up comedian is talking about the Paralympics, and he's like, you always want the one that looks the most disabled to win, and then there's always one that like doesn't look like there's anything wrong with them. Yeah. And he's like shouting at us, not even anything wrong with that one. And it was fucking hope they don't win. So I can't remember who it was. Someone that me and you both watch.
And then you start comparing yourself and thinking, oh, if I got in like a serious injury, but not that serious, I wonder what events I could do.
I can't remember who it was. I think it might have been Finn. So
yeah. The kind of next question mark that springs to mind is its influence on younger athletes, and if it does become this thing which is like now a household sport, people start to know names, it's on the TV maybe because they're achieving the most impressive things. Is that going to trickle down and affect like kids' mindsets or outlooks on what they think normal peak performance is, normal high performance is?
Well, kids are not that impressionable nowadays, are they? Yeah, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? It's like we live in a world where people just believe anything they see on social media.
Yeah.
So it's not exactly the ideal scenario, is it?
No, and I think trying to predict too much of that is like potentially an issue within itself. Like, I don't think you're gonna accurately predict what kids and adolescents want to listen to is what they want to listen to at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like, let's say in the younger generation is like drinking less, and they're more into fitness, but now they're going to see fitness as being enhanced as well. So it could be a bad thing that way.
Yeah, but also, like they say, young people are like getting onto steroids way earlier, and like even though there's more information about things, they are like just more concerned about the outcome, so they don't care. And there's the whole like looks maxing thing as well.
Yeah, I think it's pretty dangerous.
Yeah,
especially with the peptide stuff as well, like we spoke about last week. No one knows anything about it. You know, I think I mentioned I spoke to like a top like neurosurgeon who was just like, we don't know anything about the long-term effects of like the growth hormone stuff.
Yeah.
But like he's just like, if you're sending signals to stuff in the body, it'll just go to whatever cells there are that want to grow, whether that's cancerous cells or like any cell that can grow, growth or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
So you're kind of playing with fire.
It seems so harmless, doesn't it, when it's like, oh, take this, there's no immediate side effects, there's all of these benefits to be had. But imagine the way you're going to be thinking about yourself if you get 10 years down the line and there's this problem that you've just pushed way further up your timeline as a result of.
I think we touched on it a bit, didn't we, last week? But people's decisions are like, they're just so influenced by like things around them.
Yeah.
Or like things that they've gone through in their like childhood or adolescence or like work environment or friendship group. I don't know. It's like people just can't kind of like think critically, like for themselves sometimes.
There's this emotional element that's attached to it because it's so intertwined with like a physical outcome, and that's intertwined with how you feel about yourself and how you're perceived by the world. So it is like, it's a valid thing to be cautious about, but that creates this kind of potentially like this decision which has not been well thought through because you're acting out of emotion, basically. Very often we know that like when you're making decisions out of purely emotion, maybe not even purely emotion, but out of emotion, it's not going to be the most well directed decision. Yeah,
it's very true.
Yeah. Obviously there's question marks about the enhanced games as to, is it going to be safe? I think realistically it's got to be safe for a governing standpoint perspective, but you're always going to have people that are trying to push, aren't you? And whether that means they're going to try more, it depends on their outlook of performance, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Whether there's going to be a certain level of like external compound that is permitted. It'd be interesting to know like what they're taking. Yeah. If
it was like fully transparent, I think it would be better.
Yeah.
Be quite cool.
So we can get some.
It would be funny to see like a ridiculous outcome. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a
huge improvement on 100 meter sprint time.
Yeah. Like a 6-second 100 meters or something hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be like the thing that I would look forward to the most. Or like someone throws the javelin out the stadium. Do you know what I mean? That'd be
crosses the finish line and like their shoes just spontaneously combust or something. Oh yeah, there's so many things.
Like the swimming pool just parts. It goes so fast through the middle.
Just walks through it like Moses. Yeah, I mean all of those things would be good. But even if those things happen, would that take away from so-called natural performance?
Yeah, I don't know.
Quick interlude there because the camera stopped. We're back. But we were talking about, is it going to detract away from actual natural performance, or so-called natural performance. Me personally, I think it has the potential to make that slightly more valued, but there's always going to be question marks over it. I mean, there should be question marks over it now, because we know a lot of people are getting popped for doping, obviously.
I think if the difference is, if the difference is a lot bigger in terms of the results, then it will make doing it naturally look even more impressive. No, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Even more impressive.
Yeah.
If it's very small, it's going to be like, are they just all on gear?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know, it's like, it's hard as well, because like the level of athlete that's going to do it might not be up to, but if you can see their previous results and the increase from that, that's going to be the better metric to see. Do you know what I mean? Like if someone's shaving, say they're running like 10, 34 or whatever, and then they start running like 9:34s or like 9. It's a lot.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see. Be interested to see if anyone breaks any world records.
Yeah.
And like obviously it won't be a world record because it's not natural. It will still be a record in itself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, the fastest person to ever travel, like, yeah. Weather and
I saw actually on records, you know, that Sebastian Orb, whatever his name is, the strength coach.
Yeah.
And he was like debating the world record of that powerlifting guy, the young guy. Oh, what's his name? The guy that lifted like 500 whatever kilos in sumo.
Right.
And he was saying like it's not. He's kind of saying like it's not a record because it wasn't like conventional.
Right. Okay.
Well, it still is a record.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
Just like, yeah, the rules are slightly different, but don't disregard someone. Which like I don't think he was trying to do, but just that chat around it is like a bit. It's like still a massive feat.
Yeah. There's only so much you can take away from someone that's like done a world first in anything.
Yeah,
really.
and he literally like did the same in the squat and bench.
Yeah.
In the same event, which the others don't do when they're just purely doing a deadlift on that day.
Yeah.
So if anything, it's more impressive.
Yeah, for sure. No, and I wonder how long it will take. Imagine that the enhanced games are a storming success, and no one's got a bad word to say about them. I wonder how long it would take for more sports to jump on board and create a parallel system, maybe.
Yeah.
The CrossFit enhanced games. I mean, it's probably just the CrossFit games, isn't it? But it would be funny to see people in that situation, whether they would want to jump over or not. I think it would be really interesting.
Yeah.
You know, the best, say they were clean, the best of the best getting tempted to be even better. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they're all like looking for that edge. You know, you've only got to go back and watch the Lance Armstrong documentary. So like interesting.
Yeah.
Like just the lengths that they were going to get the edge. And like all the teams were doing it, but they were just the ones that got caught.
Yeah.
But just insane, like the blood transfusions, and I don't know, it's pretty cool watching all that stuff.
Yeah.
But just like the level of like accuracy in it was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's quite exciting.
Yeah, for sure. But I do think that's a good place to wrap this podcast up. Any closing thoughts on any of the topics we've touched on?
Not sure today. It's good. Covered loads of good stuff in there.
Yeah.
Enhanced games. Looking forward to. Yeah. You?
Just remember what is functional. Remember to make your training as functional as possible.
I've already forgotten.
Yeah. Anyway, remember to like, share, subscribe, and support us in any way that you can. we're enjoying pumping these episodes out for you, and we hope that you are enjoying them. But yeah,
if you know or are the owner of BGS, please sponsor our podcast.
I think I have actually passed him on the scooter this morning, so maybe I need to just airdrop him a clip of the pod.
Yeah.
To get his eyes on it. But yeah, that is it. Goodbye. See you in the next one.
Bye.